Hi, hello, and welcome everybody to Pace Rewind. I'm Tara Bernstein.
And I'm Katie Healy. It's time to take a look at last week's highlights. Volleyball opened up the week with a non-conference match at Holy Family University on Tuesday. The Setters fell behind after dropping the first set, but bounced back to take a 25-19 victory in the second game, capped off with a kill by Kathleen Benson. The third set came down to the wire as the Setters and the Tigers were even 22-22. The Setters took control at the end, taking the final 3 points to go up 2-1 in the match. The fourth frame once again came down to the final few points. The Setters held match point 24-23, and Claudia Fontenay closed it out with a match-ending kill, giving the Setters a 3-1 win in the evening. The Setters then traveled to Georgian Court University in Lakewood, New Jersey, where they took on Post University and the host Lions. The Setters made quick work on Post in their first match of the day, picking up a 3-set victory. Sydney Lecker led the team with 10 kills, while Mira Wallace dished out 27 assists. Samantha Marquez and Alyssa Marchino matched with 11 digs. Georgian Court used home court advantage to gain the upper hand on the Setters in the last match of the day. Pace earned a 25-17 win in the opening set, but the Lions regrouped and won the final 3 for the win. Marquez tallied 13 kills, while Wallace handed out another 33 assists. Rebecca Italiano led the Setters with 21 digs while playing in just 3 sets.
Women's soccer took on a pair of NE10 conference opponents this past week, and both games turned into similar results. The week kicked off on Tuesday as the Setters hosted Lemoyne College at Pace Stadium. In the 36th minute, Delaney Williams redirected across from Sofia De Leon to give the Setters an early 1-0 edge. Fanny Felvig doubled the lead for the Setters early in the second half on a blast from the football field's 15-yard line, off the crossbar, and into the net. Lemoyne came back late in the second half to tie the game, and after a pair of overtime periods, the game concluded in a 2-2 draw. The Setters then traveled to Southern New Hampshire University to take on the 19th-ranked Penman. The Setters kicked off the scoring with quite the impressive goal. Drew Rivadeneira sent in the corner kick from the left side. Emma Sinanen headed it toward the net, where Delaney Williams was able to head it again, past the keeper and into the goal to give the Setters a 1-0 lead in the 5th minute of the game. A late goal by the Penman tied the game in the second half, and once again the Setters played to a stalemate.
The Pace cross-country teams turned in an excellent effort this past Sunday at the CCNY Cross Country Classic at Van Cortlandt Park in the Bronx. Sarah DiGiovanna and Mariah Janot Charles led the entire pack of 156 runners on Sunday, taking first and second place respectively. Sarah DiGiovanna edged out Janot Charles by less than a second, anchoring the Setters a second-place finish in the event. Nick Pisano ran a time of 30:48.7 in Sunday's 8K race to lead the Setters to a 9th-place finish. Pisano finished in 19th place, while Dan Citardi was close behind in 24th.
Pace football team traveled to New Haven, Connecticut to take on Southern Connecticut State University this Saturday. The Setters took control early on in Saturday's matchup. The Owls drilled down to the Pace 22 on the opening drive, but Matthew Corey picked off Robert Natolo to keep the home team off the board. Later in the first quarter, Dan Anarella flipped a screen pass to Valentino Miles, who found a big hole to take it 34 yards to the house, putting the Setters up 7-0. In the second quarter, the Owls stood at the Pace 47-yard line, where Natolo dropped back to pass and was picked off once again, this time by Cody Richardson, who returned it 24 yards to the Southern Connecticut 47. Pace held its 7-point lead through the beginning of the fourth quarter before the Owls scored on a 26-yard touchdown pass. The Setters caught a break on the extra point when it was fumbled by the holder, keeping the Setters up 7-6. However, Southern Connecticut was able to keep up its fourth quarter momentum, scoring 2 more times to pick up a 21-7 win over the Setters. The Pace field hockey team played back-to-back home games at Finnerty Field this past week. The Setters hosted American International College in what turned into a defensive battle. After playing to a scoreless tie through regulation, the Yellow Jackets came out on top with a sudden victory goal in the first overtime. Things turned around nicely for the Setters when they hosted St. Michael's College on Saturday. Haley Rose opened things up in the 7th minute by deflecting a shot by Corinne Vandermeis past the keeper to go up 1-0. Early on in the second half, Samantha Gray scored from in close to double the Setter lead at 2-0. Rose struck again in the 47th minute after one-timing a pass from Jane Kasparian to give the home team a 3-0 advantage. Later on, Najma James got in on the action. She intercepted a pass and took it all the way home for her first goal of the season. The Setters held on late for a 4-2 victory, the first Northeast 10 conference win in program history. We would like to thank everybody involved with Pace Rewind. I'm Tara Bernstein.
And I'm Katie Healy. Thanks for watching. Catch you next week.